Hey everyone, Paul Daniels here. I've just got an emergency situation. Customer turn up. We've got a good old Acer. What is these ones? 5742, and it's been fiddled with. Screws are missing. Yep, that's them there. Supposedly someone cleaned the fan, so it'll be interesting to see what's happened and find out what's going on. Hopefully, I'm going to put my money on. Maybe they forgot to reconnect the flex that goes between the power button and the main board. Fingers crossed. Alright, so if we want to check the power button situation, as you can see, nothing's happening. It is getting power. Look, if I plug it in, you probably can't see that. Oh yes you can. It's got power, but it's just not coming up. The chassis is all buckled up. The keyboard has been levered out, something serious. So this will be fun. These used to be really good machines. I sold a lot of these second-hand after refurbishing. They're quite durable, and they're pretty good performance for what they cost. Alright, where's my screwdriver? Alright, that feels like the screw's in the wrong hole there. That's definitely a wrong hole screw. Alrighty, let's get this open. So just should be able to just leave these tabs up. This keyboard's already been beaten to hell and back, so it's going to be not too much trouble. It should just pop up. There we go, pop up. Much easier to do these ones than a lot of the other machines. That's what I also liked about this particular design, is that it looks like the engineers are really in charge of it. They made things serviceable. Okay. Yep, there we go. Power flex is not connected. Let's see, if we plug this in, will we get a win? Yeah, it's a little awkward. You can sort of see how they forgot it. And it's a bit crimped up. There we go. That's better. Let's see if we get power now. I sincerely hope so. Great, now I'm not even showing power connected. Seriously, did I mess that up? Oh, because it doesn't have battery in it. No! Did I doom myself? Okay, let's get this keyboard out then. So they made a really good mess of that keyboard. Wonder what else has been left off then. Yeah, I'm disappointed by that. I was really hoping I had a win there. Could have done with that. Oh well. To be fair, I had a nice win yesterday, so I guess I have to accept that the universe now wants to restore itself back to normal. That doesn't need disconnecting. Do you need disconnecting? No, but you do need removal. All these little ones. Looks like someone was using a fairly large tip screwdriver for this. They had to push down pretty hard on it. Yep, strip the head right out of that. Let's see what else. Got this screw here. Might as well take the solid state drive out, which doesn't feel like it's... Oh wow. That, yeah, that's some really well aligned screws, not even the right screws. See, they've gone and put all the hard drive screws on one side. Explains why there's some... Hopefully they didn't stuff up that solid state drive. Can't imagine it would have. Unless they punctured right through, which I hope they haven't. Right. Let's see, usually it's there. Alright, put that aside. Somewhere safe. Just have to take these Wi-Fi cables off. I'm pretty sure I don't have to take the actual module out though. Which I'll probably be wrong on that too. Oh man, they broke the frickin' hinge. God damn. Alright, this is going to be more fun than I want. They probably opened up this screen without taking due care when the top panel was off. And it puts a lot of stress on the pressed nuts in there. Okay. A couple of issues straight up. We've got corrosion here. We've got a weird blemish here. That's on the Ethernet port. And that sometimes happens if you have it plugged in and you get hit by a lightning storm. I'm sincerely hoping that's not the case in this instance, because I would like to be able to fix this. And if I get lightning damaged machines, it's usually always just straight into the bin. Well, get the data off, straight into the bin. Because it's just not worth it. There's always secondary issues that lurk. So let's have a look under the microscope and see what horrors we have. First up, let's have a look at that blemish. It looks like a flux blemish or something. Yeah, it's a little flux blemish. Alright. Now, that liquid damage. Well, it's a bit of rust, but it doesn't look like it's caused anything. Bit of corrosion up there, but it's probably nothing to be concerned about yet. Might take this board out. It's a bit inconvenient. Don't recall the fans being stuck like that. I guess this one is. Well, they certainly didn't clean the fan. Yeah, that's a great big lint pile in there. That's definitely 100% not a clean fan. So objective wasn't even achieved. I don't recall those connectors. Guess it's right, but... Those hinges are definitely going to have to be JB welded. Alright, let's have a look. Check the EC, because that's almost always where bad luck lurks. Now I haven't done any checks yet. Like, I haven't even bothered to see if I'm getting 3 volts or 5 volts, usually 3 volts on that on-off button. I just want to look around and see if there's anything that jumps out at me and says, hey, this is what you need to fix. I'm thinking this person got almost all the way in and gave up, actually. Which kind of stumps me why it wasn't just the flex cable then. Maybe I've got a secondary issue here. The flex cable disconnected is just a side effect of them trying to fix it. But it's not the original cause. Nothing's jumping out at me, so I'm gonna get the flex, plug it in, and get the power lead and plug it in. Maybe if we're lucky it's corroded flex. Couldn't be the first time. Certainly won't be the last. Ew, it's disgustingly sticky. What am I doing without gloves? Disgustingly sticky gives me hope because it might mean there's liquid damage. Okay. Yeah, that's just yuck. Vile. I'm the fool that forgot to wear gloves. Button seems okay. I'll test it with the multimeter. No, really? Dead button? Seriously? Surely you're not going to be that. Am I just reading the wrong pins on it? Could it be a dead button? Certainly I hope so. Let's see. So when I hot air this off, I'm just going to salt or pickle the pads all around it with some leaded. And the reason why I do this, it just makes it a little bit easier and quicker to get it off the board. Because the board's fairly lightweight, but there are some other parts that, oh, great, board just jumping out of there. I need some soft jaws to hold this. Let's try to just drop it a bit. Alright, spot of flux. Someone's taken my preferred tweezers, so I'm going to have to go with my backup ones. Okay, I'm just doing 420 and 60 here for the temperature. Yeah, I'm already making that poor little LED have a hard day. Jeez, what's holding this? Oh, we've got a ground tab there. God damn it. Alright, well, let's test this. Plug it into the main board and see if it works. Now you're probably wondering, how am I going to test it? Well, I'm just going to short the 2 pads there and that should give us the trick. Alright, we've got a power lead, we've got our button flex. Let's plug in that. No huge explosions, thankfully. Now in theory I should be able to short these two and fingers crossed we actually get something. And we do. Faint spin. But that poor LED is kind of messed up. Not sure I'm going to bother replacing that. I might shave off the top just to give it a bit more optical clarity. I'm going to have to find a replacement switch now and clean that fan. So let's get to that. Great box of switches. I'm sure I've got something that'll be close enough. No, not you got. Oh, here we go. 4 pads. Yep, and they've even got a grounding tabs on them. Let's hope they're the right size. Yep, looks like I've lost a few in there. Come on, how'd you come? Just want one of you, not both of you, just one. There we go. So we could be running into a bit of a size difference problem there. And those grounding tabs are a little bit different to what I'm expecting. So it's certainly bigger. I think the other one had gull wings, whereas this one's flat. Let's see. Physically, yeah, these are... See, the tabs are different. We can get away with this. But I first best check the orientation. It'd be rather unfortunate if... So I'm not sure which is the common rail, like does it go all the way through there? Or when we press does it short there to there? I'm fairly sure it's this way. At least I can get away with soldering this like that. This is certainly not critical. I suppose I better look. So maybe I do have gull wing ones. Oh wait, maybe these are gull wing. I can never remember. No, we don't. So improvising is the order of the day in this case. I'm not sure I'm going to bother cutting those legs off. I think what I'd rather do is just bolster up some solder and then reflow it down onto it. Come on. I think I'll take the solder off those side pads. It's slightly inhibiting it from sitting flat. I mean, is it bad to improvise like this? I don't think so. I mean, realistically, this is gonna hopefully still do the job. I think I might have to come in on the side and solder those pads again. I don't think it quite made contact. The ground ones have, but they were fatter pads. Probably should have cut those gull legs off. Don't let it touch the flippin' case. The other option I could have had was to just order in the folded back leg ones, and they'll be here tomorrow. And since this is going to need to be held overnight for the JB welding of the hinges, then yeah, that would have worked as well. But I think I'll try this way first, and if this works, great. If it doesn't, then we'll look at ordering in a perfect match. Alright, let's test to see if we've got a win. Well, at least we don't have a short. Otherwise this thing would be beeping off its head right now. Oh, that's a little more convincing, isn't it? Now, as for this LED, let's see how badly we've burned it. I mean, what was I supposed to do? That one really cooked. It's a blue. That's going to be a problem. Well, I guess we'll get it off. Not much point having it hanging around. So how's the screaming going, everybody? How many people have suggested already that I just buy a replacement one of these boards? And it's like, yeah, I totally could. If I want to wait that long. Remember, this is an emergency job. Alright, 2 of those contacts are going to be connected. I'm not sure which yet. We'll find out. Go. Bye bye, Mr. Blue LED. Oh, actually no, maybe it's a dual state. Fuck me. It's a dual state LED. Of course it is. I'm an idiot. Alright. That's no fun at all. Or is it? Is there a via going through here? So now what I'm wondering is... or is it polarity based? Oh yeah, we've got vias there and there. Damn. Okay, well this will be a common ground. So what we could do is we'll put one little LED that way and one little LED that way. And I'm probably going to need 402s for that. You know what? Maybe I won't do anything. Yeah, I don't think we'll do anything about that. No, I'm just going to... Oh look, we've got another LED over here anyway. What's that for? And another one over here. Jeez, we've got a heap of LEDs. Okay, we're going to leave that one off. It's not that essential. If the customer wants it back ASAP, so be it. Well, at least at this point we can actually clean the fan, finally. Oh, that's vile. That's a real mess. It's stuck. I know what usually causes this sort of gunk, but I'm going to refrain from stating. Yeah, it's a really nasty tar-like mix. Fortunately, the 80% isopropylene does a really nice job of cleaning this stuff up. Just gotta... If you try to use 100% or 99.8% or whatever, it won't really cut through it. But you add that little bit of water into it, it does the job nicely. Yucky yuck. Fortunately, this one can be disassembled. Still got the tiny screws on it. They haven't been little a-holes and decided to plastic nipple them. And the question is, I'm not sure if the impeller will come out. Let's get this. There we go. The impeller cage come out? Yes, it does. Excellent. That's pretty damn nasty. Why am I not wearing gloves? I don't know. I think because I'm already contaminated now, so... Not that that's a reason to not protect yourself now. This one here, I don't really want to wash it down with the RPA mix because you may get junk into that sleeve bearing. So I'm going to put the IPA mix on the paper and then just swipe it through. I know some people put these through the ultrasonic cleaner, but if you do that, invariably something goes wrong. And you end up having to buy a whole new impeller anyway. A whole new fan assembly. Just wash it down full alcohol now. At this stage, the hinges still need to be fixed, but I would like to do a full running test just to verify that we are back up how we should be. Make sure that we have a booting system, although I will be using Ubuntu external boot for this. Actually maybe I can try to put that hard drive back in. Right, it's a little awkward. Power. So press the button. We've got a fan spin. And we do indeed have a logo. Looks like it knows that we've shut down incorrectly. Start Windows normally. It would appear. That's probably Wi-Fi. That's probably hard drive. Let's see. And we are indeed correct. Wi-Fi, hard drive. And the customer's going to be very pleased. Everything here is now functioning. So there we have it. We're all up and running. Just need to fix these hinges up, and so tomorrow the person should be able to get back on with life. Alright, well that was a bit of a different one, but I mean that's the nature of the repair business, isn't it? So I guessed correctly that the first thing was wrong, as in the cable wasn't connected for the on-off switch, but it threw me a bit of a curveball there when it actually was a faulty switch as well. So I'm guessing what happened is the person tried to get in, and those 4 little screws at the back were probably what stopped them from getting the whole chassis up. They would have been levering it from the front, pulling up, and that would have caused that flex to tear out of the board, which is why when they tried to put it back down, then they really did get nothing. I'm wondering though, did the switch fail before or after? I'm guessing probably it actually failed. Maybe it failed after. I'm not really sure of the history behind this exactly, as in was it originally disassembled because it was showing signs of overheating, and then when they pulled it open it made things worse. But I'm not sure why that button would actually fail though like that. Maybe it was one of those crazy coincidences that you frequently get where when something's working and you start to meddle with it and all of a sudden it just stops working. Any other repair people out there will have plenty of stories to share of times where just crazy coincidences do happen. Good thing is, once the hinges are done on this machine will be ready to go back. It's got a solid state drive and it's got enough memory, so it's going to probably go for another couple of years, particularly now the fan is actually clean, which is a nice change. And yeah, they're going to be happy. It's going to be a little bit of a bill for them, but I think they're going to be content to pay that based on the fact that all their data's there, they don't have to shift to a new machine, and everything's back up and running. So alright, until next time, you'll take care. I'll see you later.